Hello students, welcome to new video. Today we are going to discuss about metallic and non-metallic characters. So metallic and non-metallic characters. So metallic and non-metallic characters are nothing but the characteristics of an element which shows the property that the element exactly act like a metal or non-metal, or it shows the both properties of metal as well as non-metals. It is seen that the metallic element like sodium, magnesium are towards the left, and the non-metallic elements such as sulfur, chlorine are toward the right in the periodic table, in the that modern periodic table. The metalloid elements like silicon is between these two types, means in between that metalloid and non-metal. So the similar pattern is also observed in the other period. It is seen that the zigzag line separates the metal from non-metals in the periodic table. Elements appear to have arranged in such a way that metals are on the left side, and same as like that non-metals are the right side of the metalloids are along the border of the line. How do these things happens? We have to further study in this video module. For that I usually used to explain this concept on a board, but right now we have to see these things in the form of an students. As you can see on the screen, you are able to see the periodic threads in the element, in which blue columns indicates you metal, the another grayish column indicates you non-metals, and the lines separating between these two are considered to be as a metalloid. It is seen that the metallic element like sodium, magnesium are towards the left. So these kind of elements, when we have placed according to their, if we are moved from left to right, so there is decrease atomic radius, increase electronegativity and electrometallic characters, decrease electropositivity, and when we are moved downside at the periodic table, so there is increase in the atomic radius, decreasing electronegativity and non-metallic characters, and increasing electropositivity and metallic characters. It is seen that the metallic element like sodium, magnesium are towards the left. The non-metallic elements such as sulfur, chlorine are towards the right in the periodic table, as you can see over here, that is sulfur. Another those elements which are non-metallic in nature like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, argon, potassium, these are placed at the left hand side in the periodic table. A similar pattern is also observed in the other periods also. It is seen that the zigzag line separates the metals from non-metals in the periodic table, as you can see on the screen. That is, the line between these two elements which are metallic and non-metallic characters are separated with the zigzag line, which you can see on the screen right now. In the chart which you are seeing right now on the screen, the elements appear to have arranged in such a way that metals are on left side of the line, non-metals on the right side, and metalloids are along the border of these lines. How did this happen? See, to consider this thing, to better understand this thing, let us compare the characteristics of chemical properties of metal and non-metal. It is seen from the chemical formula of simple ionic compound that the cation in the same form from a metal, while the anions form a non-metals. From these it is understood that metals atom, these can be clearly understood that the atoms have the tendency to form a cation by losing its valence electron. This property is called as electropositivity of an atom. Students, write down this definition. I am going to read it at once. Atoms have the tendency to form a cation by losing its valence electron. This property is called as electropositivity of an element. On the other hand, the atoms of non-metal has a tendency to form an anion by accepting electrons from the outside into its valence shell. We are earlier seen that ions have a stable electronic configuration of a noble gas. How is the ability to lose or accept the electrons in the valence shell? All the electrons in an atom are held by attractive force exerted on them by the positively charged molecules. Electrons in the inner shell lie in between the valence shell and the nucleus. Because of their presence, the effective nuclear charges exerting an attractive force on the valence electron is somewhat less than the actual nuclear charges. Thus, the number of valence electron in the metal is small, as you can see on the screen right now. Also, the effective nuclear charges exerting attractive force on the valence electron is small. As a combined effect of these two factors, metal have the tendency to lose valence electron to form cations. Having a stable noble gas configuration, these tendency and element are called as electropositivity is the metallic character of that element. Most of the students have confusion about what are the alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, lanthanides, actinides, translational metals, poor metals, metalloid, non-metals, halogen, noble gases. For that I have taken this periodic table on the screen. On the screen, the periodic table you are able to see that indicates you these things or such kind of information. In this, first red column indicates you alkali metals. Next, yellow column which start from 4 to ends up to 88, which means beryllium to rubidium, is our alkaline earth metals. Next, the two dots are there which are exactly taken at downside. These are lanthanides and actinides. So lanthanides and actinides are basically radioactive component or elements which we have used to for various properties such as atomic bomb, nuclear weapons, in that we are using. Next, afterwards you are able to see that the reddish brownish color was there, so that is translational matter. Next, from aluminium, germanium, silicon, these are means gray color, these are the poor metals. Next, afterwards from boron, silicon, gallium, arsenic, these are the zigzag line shows you just beside of a green line, zigzag line or zigzag pattern is there which is light greenish in color. These are metalloids. Next, the green colors indicates you non-metal, and the last one fluorine, chlorine, boron, iodine, these are halogen families. And the last group which you are able to see in the sky blue color, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, these are the nothing but the noble gases. So as you can see, so now we are going to discuss about noble gas and its properties, which means the family of halogens. So gradation. Gradation means what? Classification. Classification. Classification means what? Separation. We know very well in the group 17. Group 17 contain the member of halogen families. So in periodic table, group 17 contain halogen family. Halogen family means what? Those families all have the similar and general molecular formula, that is X2. X2. So we have gradation is observed in the physical state down to the group. Thus fluorine, chlorine are in gaseous state, and if you have seen about fluorine, so fluorine indicated by F2 and chlorine indicated by Cl2, which are present in that gradation table. These two are in the form of gaseous state. Chlorine, fluorine, general molecular formula X2, that's the reason F2Cl2. Next, bromine, which is in liquid state, so Br2, which is in liquid. And last, that is iodine. Iodine is in solid state, that is I2. So see, these halogen families consist all the states, solid state, liquid state and gaseous state, but the general molecular formula of these family is X2. X2 means what? In the last molecule or in the last table we can clearly see, that is in the last periodic table we can clearly say that is X2 means what? F2 and Cl2, which is in gaseous state, that is fluorine and chlorine. Second one bromine, Br2, which is in liquid state, and the third one is iodine, which is in solid state. For that we have some examples too. If we take magnesium and react with twice H2O, so we get the reaction like this. I'll solve the one numerical reaction, that is we have to take magnesium with respect to that twice H2O gives. Now reaction is completely oxidized, that's the reason M in bracket OH group is separated in the form of twice plus H2 gas is liberated, which means hydrogen gas is liberated. In the general chemical equation, indication of the reaction of alkenes earth metal is given are while going down in the second group of bromine, magnesium, calcium, strontium, the gradation is in the chemical property of alkaline earth metal. It is seen while going down the second group of reactive of alkaline earth metals goes on increasing, and thereby these of elements means bromine, beryllium, strontium and calcium, these several react with the water and it forms the temperature with increasing of rate. So that is why all the elements shows H2 reaction in the format of X2 while completing these reactions. So this is nothing but the last point of our lecture, that is classification of periodic element, periodic classification of element. This is the last video lecture. In this video lecture, I'll drop you all the several lectures link in the description box. You must have to visit over there. You must have to check all these videos, and afterwards you have to write down. You have to make your own notes. Students, chemistry and physics is not that much of complicated subject. You know, nowadays because of COVID-19 we are unable to came to the schools, that's the reason we are using, means those teachers who are always saying ki don't use mobile phone in the classroom, right now we are saying ki use mobile phone, like that situation has happened. But these things, all the things is just for you. So I just wanted to tell you one thing, if we are directly not contact with you, we can't establish direct contact with you, but whatever doubts are there, so description box is there. In the description box, whatever doubt is there, you can ask me. Don't hesitate to ask. It requires only 5 minutes to type it and to send it to me. It only requires 5 minutes. You can ask any doubt, whatever doubt you are having, you have to ask, because if your doubt is clear, which means your subject is clear, and if your subject is clear, it helps you to, means it especially helps you in that state, means whenever you further study about this thing, so you will get this information up to rest of your education, means whatever the standard you are, if you are studying physics, if you are studying chemistry, so these things are always in. So I hope you understand this phenomenon. If you have a doubt, so don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, like, share and subscribe my channel, because of I always said that subscribe my channel. Why so? Because unfortunately if we are unable to establish the contact between you and me, so that's the reason if subscription is there now, so you will get notification. Whenever I'll upload the video, you will get notification. Beside of that, bell icon is there. You have to press that bell icon also. Whenever I'll upload the video, you will get the notification. It is helpful for you only. Okay. So I hope you understand this phenomenon. If you like it, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.